according to my definition, is someone who has taken the responsibility of taking either themselves, because you also first of all need to lead yourself, a group of people, a business or organization, from the place where they currently are to the place they want to be. The person who shepherds the entire team, the entire family, the entire organization towards that place, and knowing that there will be obstacles, and getting the buy-in from all of those in their care. That is my definition of a leader, really taking people from one place to another. Those persons would be in what we call their comfort zone. They might be risk averse. Sometimes it could be a situation where they would have been told from very young that they might not amount to much. A lot of psychological damage could be done there. Our school system as well really does segregate us into the ones that are, according to the tests that we have now, are intelligent, and some are not. And some kids take that to heart, to say, well, you know, I may never accomplish anything. And I've sat with people who did not get that grade 1 and grade 2 in English, and because they did not get that, they see themselves as not being capable of holding that position and that dream job that they had very early on. So it is really a situation where they might limit themselves, those around them, especially if they don't have the type of leaders that we just spoke about. If they have bosses, if they have persons who are very self-interested, those people might actively, consciously be sabotaging them to stay where they are. So sometimes they feel like, never mind what effort they make, there is no progress for them. So they sometimes resign themselves to mediocrity. They resign themselves to it is what it is. And it's very tough to break through that. People do come to us. It's usually with the intent of having to really move the organization forward. They hit a stumbling block, and they know if they don't get past that stumbling block, the organization might not exist for much longer. From time to time, we do get people like that who really are, to some extent, the stumbling block. And what we do use is what we call the formula for change, which is basically D times V plus F has to be greater than R. In this case, R is the resistance. The resistance when people don't want to move from where they are. We need to measure that. So if there's a low resistance, very little actions would actually get them moving. If there's a very high resistance to them changing at all, we need to start playing with the other side of the formula. And the way we play with that formula is to raise the level of dissatisfaction. Because if someone doesn't start getting dissatisfied with where they currently are, they will never move. Then we need to play a little bit with a vision. If we don't paint a clear picture of what their future could be, they don't have anything to move towards, right? So dissatisfaction is about the pain, moving away from the pain. Vision is about moving towards pleasure, moving towards that place that they want to be. And then coming up with very clear first steps. The F is for first steps. Don't go give people, you know, the 100 steps that you need to take in order to get to that place of your vision. Just step number 1. If I needed to get out of the studio, you could confuse me with the lefts and the rights and everywhere that I need to turn to get to my vehicle. Or you can say, you know, Vishnu, just get up. Get up and take a step in that direction. And that's a lot easier than you laying out everything. Some people, when they hear all that they need to do, they get paralyzed. Well, all of that work? I might as well just stay where I am. So that is the formula that we use to move people forward. On the other side as well, we could lower their resistance, and lowering their resistance comes from 2 factors. Them understanding that we know what we're talking about, so we are the experts, and them liking us. Right? So if someone just met you, for example, and they know that whatever you're going to say, even if it's difficult, even if they haven't tried it before, but because they know you have the expertise, that resistance drops whatever you're saying to them. And then also the likability factor. If they actually like you, they might more readily do what you are asking them to do. And that really reduces the level of resistance to whatever you're asking them to do. But that is usually the method in which we can get to shift people who are really stuck in their ways forward, so that they can take better care of themselves and those in their own care.